And
There's no lag at all.
we're good.
So,
like I said, the whole point is just to give you a direction on, what to do and where to go next. But first, I want to ask you, what made you sign up as a coach? What made you decide to make that step?
Well, I've been thinking about it for a while, and I'll be completely honest. Somebody did ask me if I would be interested, and they, kept like asking, "Hey, would you be interested?" And I was like, "No, I'm having enough time keeping myself on track. How am I supposed to help other people? But I figured that it would be like I something I was like, you know what, I can help people. I would like to do that. I should just be bold and take that step and do it, like, and try it, and just put myself out there and see what happens. So yeah.
Absolutely right. You sound a lot like me. I started that way too because I was using the products.
Mm-hmm.
My coach had approached me over and over about coaching, and I said, no, thank you.
Yeah.
I want nothing to do with that. I can't do that.
Yeah.
And, I sent a lot of my friends her way, actually.
Oh.
What am I doing? I'm actually coaching and just not getting anything in return for it, really. So
Right, yeah.
You and I are a lot alike that way. So that's good. Perfect. So you finally got those emails I sent you?
Yeah.
Were you able to watch any of the videos in that?
Yeah, I watched the one that was talking about how to move up in rank, because I was like, oh, what is Emerald? So I watched that one. And were there other links on there? I think one was like what the Success Club is and something. Yeah, I went to that link as well.
Perfect. So did all that make a little bit of sense to you?
Yeah. And I had, I read before I signed up, I read all the procedures and the compensation and everything, because I was like, I want to know what I'm getting myself into, do my research before I, so.
I love that you did that. That's perfect. Well, let me tell you, I have no agenda for you. What I want for you is just to help you get what you want out of the business, okay? So I'm going to help you get to that place. So let's review real quick. That welcome email talked about whether you're a 1, a 2, or a 3. Mm-hmm. 1 means you're a raving fan, which is how most of us get started. We like the Shakeology, we like the products.
Yeah.
A 2, that means you're ready to get started a little bit more, open your business up, and maybe make a little bit of money. And a 3 is once you've advanced to Emerald, then you want to move above and beyond that and really do something life-changing with this as a business, whether it be, to take a vacation, to buy a car, to, whatever it is you want to do. That's when you get to that level 3. That's when you can really start making that happen.
Yeah. And
you're a level 2 currently.
Well, I would love to, my ambition is to be a level 3. But, I'm like, I guess I'm setting realistic goals. Like, I don't want to, jump too quickly. I want to make sure that I have a good foundation, get a good feel under me. And then, yeah, I would like to, because I work part-time right now. And I would prefer, we're looking at having kids soon. And I would like to work from home and not have to worry about finances, So I would like to make this a business. But just, I guess, so I'm a 2 just to, be realistic for right now, but ultimately a 3. Yeah.
Awesome. I love that you're realistic about it. You don't say, I want to make 6 figures in a month. So
right.
That's not going to happen. It does take a little bit of time.
Yeah.
But I will tell you that is what you're talking to me about. That is 100% doable. So if you, follow all the stuff that our team puts forth for you, if you remain consistent and follow the steps, you'll get there.
Okay.
I won't lie to you. It can be very frustrating at times.
Yeah.
Consistency is the key. And I love your enthusiasm, Marcela. Mm-hmm. You are so all over it and you are just ready to go. You researched it beforehand. So I think that you're going to do very well.
Awesome.
Yes, it's totally doable. So obviously you can't just jump in and be Emerald or Diamond, right?
Right. Yeah.
And now you're sinking. You're like, what do I do next? So that's kind of what we're going to talk about today. Okay. So and I am not very good at technology, but I'm going to do my best here. Share my screen with you, okay? So
okay.
See what I'm looking at. So give me just a moment.
All right.
And let's see if I can pop this up. Okay. Do you see that?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, all right. So, and again, I'm going to send this to you after the call in an email as well. So you'll have this to look at. And it's also, you'll have it, I promise you. Okay, so your goal as a brand new coach, and I know you've been a coach now for a couple weeks, and I always say within the first 30 days, this should be your goal, but really, take it at your own pace. The faster you can do it, the better, of course. So we want you to achieve Success Club 5 and then get to your first rank advancement, which as you know is Emerald. You watch the video about achieving Success Club, so you know how to earn that and what it is, how the work. Okay, so basically it just means that you're literally going to try and help 3 people every month. And it's not too hard to make Success Club sometimes, because what you're going to do is you're going to share your story. You're going to talk about what has worked for you, and then people are going to be intrigued by that and want to join you. So a challenge pack is a fitness program, whatever it may be, plus Shakeology.
Yeah.
Whenever someone purchases that from you, you get 2 Success Club points for that. You get 2 Success Club points if someone purchases a challenge pack and signs on as a coach as well. And you get 1 point if someone purchases just Shakeology from you on Home Direct. Now, I don't normally ever recommend people just do that because Shakeology is not the cheapest item out there. It's $130 a month, and for $140, you can get
the program. Yeah.
So it seems almost silly to not do that. And I always try to explain to people and get them to understand what the value is in a challenge pack.
Right.
That's all you have to do to make Success Club every month is to just get those points. So literally 3 challenge packs get you 6 points and you've made it.
Yeah.
So what are the advantages of Success Club? Well, Beachbody gives a gift out every month to those who earn Success Club. And it can be something small. I have such a closet full of swag, whether it's t-shirts or workout equipment or my favorite are, it's silly, but they're bobbleheads. So like a Tony Horton and Shalene bobblehead.
That's funny.
It's fun, right? They watch me when I'm working out in my basement. So those are some of the things that you can get with that. The other advantage of Success Club is these great trips that Beachbody sends you on. So I took my first Success Club trip this year, just in April. And they sent my husband and I, paid in full, to go to Cancun.
Nice.
Yeah, right? It was amazing. We honeymooned at the resort they sent us to, so it was nice to go back. And then they gave me enough extra travel cash that I was able to take my daughter for free as well. So, excuse me. It's not a trip that we would ordinarily have been able to take, obviously, but they paid for it. So that is the advantage of working hard and, in this business and earning Success Club is that you get to go on these really cool trips. There's a cruise next year. Now I'm waitlisted for that because 10,000 people signed up at the same time, and that many people didn't fit on the cruise ship. So hopefully I can get onto that one because I've already earned well enough points for that as well. But those are the advantages of Success Club and why you should get there.
No, in order to, is that every month? Because I know I was saying something about 3 consecutive months in Success Club, or is it just even if you're good one month and maybe not the next, you still get points?
Yes, you'll get points no matter what. Now, the 3 consecutive months that you're talking about, if you make Success Club within your first 3 consecutive months as a coach, then you're going to get a ticket to Summit, which is a huge convention for Beachbody. It happens once a year. It seems to be getting bigger and bigger every year.
Yeah.
This year, there's 25,000 coaches going to Nashville in about 3 weeks for Summit. Last year, it was in Vegas, and there was 10,000 of us. So it's more than doubled in just a year.
Wow.
I know, it's crazy. I suspect that pretty soon they're going to have to do 2 summits, like East Coast and West Coast or something, because it's just gotten so huge. Exactly.
Yeah.
So that is what the 3 consecutive months are. That's called Success Starters when you earn that. And it's not too late for you to do that. There's still almost a week left in this month. So if you bust it out, girl, you got your first month in there. Excuse me. I am so sorry. I've been ill this week too. So that's the advantages of Success Club. Your other goal, I'm going to scroll down here just a little bit, and these are on here in these links too if you wanted to look at that a little bit more. Your next step would be to earn your first rank advance, which is Emerald. So an Emerald coach is basically a coach who has sponsored 2 coaches of their own. You have what's called legs. So like you're right here, and then it'll branch down like this. You have a coach on your right leg and a coach on your left leg, and boom, you are an Emerald coach. Now the benefits of that are, if you are an Emerald coach and you earn Success Club, Beachbody gives you 2 things. Number 1 is they give you customer leads. So when someone goes to their website and signs up for a free account, they need a coach, and you could be assigned as their coach. That's when you reach out to them and say, hi, I'm Marcela and I'm your coach, and we can help you with those emails as well. Sometimes they answer you and sometimes you don't hear anything. It's kind of hit or miss.
Yeah.
But the other advantage of that is, again, if you're an Emerald coach and reach Success Club, they're going to give you a free commission along with a lead. So what that means is somebody goes online and orders, and this just happened to me, orders 3 bags of Shakeology all at once. You get that commission plus them as your customer. So that's really cool because your earnings are 25% commission off of any sales. So 25% commission off of 3 bags of Shakeology is a good little penny there.
Yeah.
So that's why we want you to rank, advance, and earn Success Club.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want free money, right? You wake up and you've earned money. So
now I know. Oh, can I ask a quick question?
Please.
I know some people who recommend adding your spouse as one of your legs. Is that something that you would recommend doing?
Absolutely. And in fact, right here, this will be on here. There's a little video on why it is a good decision to sign up your spouse. And I'm so glad you asked me that, because I made this mistake in the very beginning when I first became a coach. I told myself, I don't know if I can be successful at this, so I am not going to sign my husband up.
Yeah.
So if we can afford 2 Shakeologies right now, and you know what I'm saying? So I didn't do that.
Yeah.
That was the biggest mistake I made, because then when I finally did sign him up, it's not doing me any good right now because he is on a leg where I have another rock star coach essentially. And it just didn't do me any good. And now if I had done that right away, things would be a little different.
Yeah.
So I definitely recommend, if that's a possibility for you and your husband, then by all means go for it. In this video on here, this link will explain that too. So like I said, you'll be getting that as well.
Okay, cool.
You know what, Marcela, one thing I forgot to mention is, in order to get those free leads and free commissions that we were talking about once you're Emerald and reach Success Club 5, you also have to be a club member. And I think you are.
Yeah, when I got my challenge pack, it automatically signed me up for but I was thinking about canceling that because what is it, like $2.99 a month or something?
I think it's $2.99 a week. What they do is they bill They bill it every 3 months.
Right. And it's like 15 or 16, something like that.
No, that is your business service fee, your $16 every month, and that's to maintain your websites, because they'll maintain your websites for you. So that one you definitely have to pay in order to stay active.
Yeah.
The club membership, that gives you all of the Beachbody on demand. You can look at all of that stuff online and do any of those workouts that are there and have access to the meal plans. But then, like I said, it's just $40 every 3 months. And you have to have that as well in order to get those free leads. So I would definitely recommend keeping that, since you definitely want to use this as a business and not just for your own personal discount. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So we talked a little bit about Summit, and Summit for us is coming up in 3 weeks. Like I said, it's held every year in the summertime. And those events are kind of things, if you're able to get to it next year, I would so recommend it. I will tell you that after I went last year, something clicked in me, and my business literally tripled in that 1 year. So it's definitely a good thing. And that's, you'll be seeing pictures from our team since that's coming up very soon too. And you're going to be like, man, I wish I was there. But
yeah, I know. I was like, oh, that seems like so much fun. But I'm like, Tennessee, that's kind of far,
Yes, Vegas would have been way too
yeah.
far for you. Now, for me, I'm in Ohio, so Tennessee is drivable. We can get there and not
Right.
airplane, which is kind of cool. But yes. So let me keep talking. The next thing, I'm going to be giving you a little bit of homework.
Okay.
For the next week. So first we talked about Emerald. Let's talk about social media for a minute. I am going to click on this link, see if I can open it so you can peek at it too. And again, you'll get this. So I use my business pretty much almost 100% from social media. I mean, yes, I talk to people in person too or on the telephone, but most of it comes through Facebook. I use Facebook. And I know you do too. I went and stalked your page a little bit and I was like, dang, this girl is such a coach. You post inspirational things. You post things about your life, things about your journey. So you already have this part pretty much done. But we're going to go over it a little bit anyways, okay? So what I want you to know and recognize, you do Instagram at all too, or you pretty much Facebook?
Just Facebook, yeah.
Okay. I have Instagram. I'm not very good at it. I feel like if you can be a master of one social media, then that's perfect. If you're good at, I've never tweeted a thing in my life. I don't know what Tumblr is, but if you can do all of those things, that's fantastic. But otherwise, you can just pick one and really grow from there. So keep in mind that when you are using Facebook, people are going to be looking at what you're posting, right? And so you're kind of your own brand, pretty much. So yes, you're a Beachbody coach now, but you don't want all of your posts to be about Beachbody, right? Because people will get sick of seeing that. So I want you to be you. I want you to be authentic. Open your life up. Just be an open book on Facebook. Good, bad, ugly, all of those things. And that's what will attract people to you. They come to you because of who you are. So if they see that you're doing, whatever Shakeology or Beachbody program you're doing, they can go and order that off the TV, right? Or they can go to eBay, and order it. But they're going to come to you because they're attracted to what you're doing. And that's the goal. You have something to offer them as a coach. Number one, you've been there, which is amazing. You have your own story and your own journey. So that's fantastic. That makes sense so far?
Yeah.
Perfect. So what I want you to do is, there is a woman called Sandy Krakowski. She is a social media expert, and many of us follow her guidelines for what to post. And so that, let me scroll down a little bit, is on here. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. We do recommend that you start your own like page on Facebook, and we have a guide in our coaches group under the file section on how to do that. But you don't have to do that right away. That's kind of a big step and part of your training that'll be coming up.
Well, and I do have my like page.
Oh, that's right,
remember?
You do.
Yeah,
yes, because I liked it. So you are ahead of the game, girl. I forgot about that. So we want you to grow that page, and you can post to your like page and your personal Facebook page too. And there's a social media content guideline that you can kind of follow. So basically, only if you post, let's say 10 things every day, only one of those items should be Beachbody or coaching related in nature. So it could be about different groups that we're running, like a free clean eating group. And I'll talk to you more about that here in a few minutes too, so that you can invite people to our next one of that. Or if it's about, an upcoming challenge group, or the 21-day fix sale that's actually going on right now. Just one a day like that. I want you to post a couple times a day something about lifestyle. That can be anything. That can be you and your husband. That can be what food you're eating that's healthy. That can be you working out. But it should not mention a product or the group. It should just be about you. People really like inspirational posts. That's number 3 on here. And you do that already. I've seen you do that. So you've got that one down as well. So there are some other places you can look, like this brainyquotes.com. I use that a lot. Or you can Google things like, inspirational quotes or, Motivation Monday, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'll get you there too. You want people to be engaged and talk with you on your like page. So just strange, random questions that you can put out there. It's interesting to me what people respond to, and what I have found on my like page. I can ask and post all the fitness and health related things in the world, but the things that get the most attention are the very strangest questions that I put out there. Like one of them I said once was, should the toilet paper go over or under? And everybody had an opinion on something so silly. So anything like that. Just those random questions. People like to talk. And lastly, you can post resources. So that can be, that's something free that you're giving people to have interest in you, whether it be a recipe or an article about, something health and fitness related, or, how much water should you drink a day, anything like that. And on our beachbody.com website, there's it's called the Beachbody blog. They have tons of articles out there, and I get a lot of my posts for that section on there. And again, that's just a different thing. It's just a resource. So copy the links from those. I wouldn't recommend hitting share if you see somebody else do it, because that's going to go back to their page and you want people to go to yours. So copy those links and go ahead and post them. And that's just some of the things that I want to be able to see you posting on Facebook. 10 times a day can be a lot. So I know people think that I'm constantly on social media, and I'm really not. So what I do to my like page is I oftentimes schedule them. And you can do that too. Like if you know what you want to post, there's a spot down there, instead of post, you can hit schedule instead and figure out what times you want to do that. That way you're not every 2 hours going, oh my gosh, it's time to post something, because that'll stress you out in a hurry.
Yeah.
So far so good. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So the other thing I want to tell you is you got to be consistent about it. You can't make, 7 to 10 posts one day and then nothing the next, because people will wonder where you're at. And the more you're posting, the more people will see it. So just keep being consistent with that. Like I said, be yourself. If you schedule them, you can just come back and check in once or twice a day and see how people are, interacting with you. As far as your like page goes, invite all of your friends to like your page. You probably already did that, but just make sure that way they're seeing both your regular page and your like page as well.
Well, I was kind of curious about that, because I think when I did that, I only invited females to my page, because I'm really I guess I'm kind of, I don't mind helping guys with the challenge groups and stuff, but I don't know, but I mean, would you recommend just invite everybody, male or female?
I have more women who like my page as well. It's easier for me to relate to women. But yes, I would go ahead and invite men as well, because they'll check in with you too. Beachbody, I think for the most part, is a female governed kind of company, but obviously there's a lot of men. Hi, honey. There's a lot of men out there too.
Right.
So yeah, go ahead and invite your male friends to like it too, because if they see what you're doing, they might say something to their wives. You know what I mean? Like, oh, hey, check out this girl. See what she's doing, and then they can go and like your page too. So I wouldn't segregate it just to ladies. Go ahead and like the men. Okay. But you're going to attract people who are most like you. So you're going to attract more women to your page, and that is perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Do you, when you run your challenge groups, do you run them mixed, like men and female, or? Okay, so you don't.
We have several challenge groups. Our biggest one is the 21-day fix challenge group, and we just keep that ongoing. And then we have another one for people who are doing various different programs. Now, there are a few more men in that one doing like Body Beast or P90X, something like that.
Right.
But yes, they are mixed. They are definitely overwrought with women, but they are mixed.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't segregate it out. You're good.
Okay.
Perfect. So that's basically your homework part 1 is to work on your posts. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Now, let me see. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention was that even on weekends and holidays, Facebook's still open.
Yeah.
So sometimes those aren't days where you see as many people on there. There are slower days on Facebook than there are others, but still keep it going on the weekends and even on holidays as well. Sound good?
Yes.
Okay. Here is one little warning I want to give you. Whatever you're posting, make it come back to you somehow so people can kind of get a feel for who you are. Don't just copy and paste a generic picture of like a Beachbody product. But what you can do is, like if you're doing the 21-day fix, you can explain what that is and post a picture of you doing the 21-day fix. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like autumn in the background or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, keep that in mind too. Okay, now I wanted to, we have, and I know you're probably not familiar with this because you haven't seen it yet. Once a month, we run a free clean eating challenge group for 1 week. So what that is we as coaches invite others to join this group. The next one starts on July 20th. It's the third Monday of every month. So, and that's in our file section on our coach page too, under schedule. So I would take a peek at that as well. And then you can see what's coming up for the entire year, really. So what this free clean eating group is, for 7 days, we have people who have access to a free meal plan, a free shopping list, and free exercise ideas. The only thing that they have to do is make you their coach for free in order to join. So I will, do you know how to have someone sign up to be your—
Do I know how?
Yes. Just to be your coach for free? Okay, let me write that down and I'll make sure you know how to do that. So that would give people the opportunity to make you their coach. It's free. There is no charge for it. And then the reason we have people do that is because we've been burned in the past where people will just come into our free clean eating challenge and then they go on to the next one that some other coach is offering because they're pretty popular. Most people do that. So you need to be able to get something from that in return if you're helping someone for free. And that is just to have you as their coach. Make sense?
Yeah.
Perfect. So like I said, the next one starts July 20th. So what I want you to do is, this is the next part of your homework, come up with a list of 10 to 20 people that you feel like want your help or need your help or could benefit from these products in some way. And then we can work on you messaging them. And it can be the simplest message like, hey, my friends and I are starting this clean eating challenge on July 20th, and I thought of you. Would you like to join? Something very simple. Just open up a conversation and then go from there. Excuse me. And we'll make sure you know more about that too. Now, July 6th is when your training starts. We're doing things a little bit differently, so you'll have to pay very close attention to our coaches page. You know how to find that and everything, right? You're good there?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So we'll be having posts in there that will give you homework and different things you can do in order to, you know, get going. This is so overwhelming in the very beginning. There's so much information and you're probably thinking right now, oh my gosh, what have I gotten myself into? Don't worry, we all felt that way in the beginning. Sometimes we still feel that way. It's okay. I promise you that if you feel like you're sinking, we're going to bring you back to the surface, okay? So it's okay to get overwhelmed, just don't get stressed. This is supposed to be fun. You're supposed to help others, and you're going to help yourself stay accountable in the meantime. So like I said in the beginning, it is really just about, you know, being consistent. If you are having a conversation with somebody and you get stuck, like you don't know what to say to them next, I want you to contact one of us. Post your conversation, if you will, in our coaches group, and then wait for one of either myself or Deanna, Jamie, or Sally or somebody to give you guidance on what to say next. You will get an answer right away from somebody in that group. We're all there to help each other. And then other people will see the conversations you're having as well, because we all have the same questions. We all get stuck sometimes. So I want you to use that as a huge resource and be able to post those questions, okay?
Okay.
Cool?
Yeah.
All right. So you can learn from other coaches that way too. Now, I know I've given you a ton of information today. You've got a little bit of homework. So let me ask you, are you committed to doing the homework?
Yeah, definitely. It was, what was it, to scroll up again? You want me to?
I want you to come up with a list of like 10 to 20 people.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I'll send that to you too. My battery on my computer is about to die, so I'm gonna walk and plug this in at the same time.
Oh, that's your screen that I'm seeing. I'm like, 105.
Yes, that's my
computer time change.
There we go. Let me plug that in and pull it there. So yes, that's your homework, is to come up with that list and then work on your posts. And that's pretty much it right now. Your training will start next week.
Okay.
And you'll be seeing those posts as well. So you should be good to go there. And like,
okay, now my 10 posts, should it be like, it doesn't matter if it's on my personal or my fitness, or like 10 each, or?
You can mix and match it up a little bit. If you want to start off on your regular page doing that so that other people can see what you're doing, I would do that. And here's one of the first things I would do. I would make an announcement, like a call to action almost, and just say, I have to share with you guys, what I've been doing. Share your journey, put yourself out there, be vulnerable, and just say, this is what I've done, and this is what has worked for me. And now I've decided to pay it forward, and I've become a coach myself. So
yeah.
Put your before and after pictures out there if you have them.
Right.
And I know that I don't know if you've done that or not already.
I haven't. And actually, somebody gave me that advice to just like, that would be one of the first steps, is to make like a before and after and share your story.
Yes.
Let people know that you become a coach. And remember how I sent you the pic collage thingy?
Yes.
That was kind of what I created,
Okay.
and I was asking my husband, because most of my people on my face obviously know me and have seen me go through this.
Yes.
So they would understand all the photos, but I was kind of like, is that too many photos? I don't want to be like overwhelming people with photos. I would be cut out a few.
You know what? I loved your pic collage photo actually, but I would recommend in the very beginning just putting your like a before and after out there. And then in the meantime, or if you want to do like you did with your collage, it's almost like a timeline.
Yeah.
Things that you had, I think it's fantastic. And what I would do before you post it to your personal page, post your idea on our coaches page for a little bit of feedback too. And then go from there. But I think that's definitely a must thing that you're to go ahead and do. Share your heart. And it's not an easy thing to do. I still recall the first time I did it, and I thought I was going to vomit right before I clicked that post button. And even now, sometimes I will, share my heart, and I feel like you put yourself out there, but people can feel you then. They feel how, authentic you are, and that you truly do have a passion for what you're doing. And that's okay. So yeah, I definitely think you should do that.
Okay.
Now, what questions do you have for me? Because that's really all we needed to go over, in the very beginning here. And the rest we just sort of figure out as you fall down.
So I guess, the first one that I would just be the clean eating, like, hey, come join us for the clean eating, rather than like hosting my own challenge group kind of.
Yeah, and you can do your own challenge group too. I wouldn't recommend that you run your very own challenge group right now. I would invite people like to be part of our 20, you know what I'm saying? Like our challenge group as a whole. Now, when you post that, you can say, join my challenge group. And then they would go into our bigger one. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because in the very beginning, it's very difficult to run your own when you're brand new. And that's something that definitely we want you to be able to do at some point in time. But for now, you can just put it all into one group. And there's so many of us in that 21-day fix one too, that new people get a lot of great advice from the veterans who have been in there and vice versa.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, that's basically, I can't really think of too many other questions. Yeah.
Okay, and as you have them, send them to me. You know what? Do you have my cell phone number?
Did you send it to me in your email?
I think I probably did.
I think so. The first one I think had, yeah, your cell number
I
on
was
there.
going to say, if not, make sure you have it. You can text me. If I'm at work, I can't promise to get back to you right away, but I do my best. We do have that 3-hour time difference. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, okay.
So
yeah, and I'm always on Messenger because I have Messenger on my phone. So,
yeah.
but I know, is that one a little bit more difficult for you to get?
No, not at all. I have Messenger as well. That's what I use. So
yeah. Okay, cool.
yeah. And any questions you have, please give them to me. Post them in our coach page because you're going to get a whole lot of advice that way too, and that'll just help you grow.
All right, awesome.
Perfect. Well, it was. Oh, go ahead.
You know what? I actually did have one more question. So you know how we have like our group, the bum.com squad or whatever, and then is that part of a bigger, you know what I mean? Because there is more upline, you know? So yeah, I guess I was just curious what.
Let me explain that to you. So basically, myself, Deanna, Jamie, and Sally, the 4 of us branched off from another bigger team that we were all a part of. And that was Sally's coach, his name is Stuart, and he was Team Get Super Fit. So we branched off from him, and then eventually all you guys will be branching off at some point as well. It's very hard to do as one person, which is why we chose the 4 of us to do it together. But yes, we all have our uplines, and we are all part of an even bigger group that has like 17,000 coaches in it, and that is called the Empire.
Okay.
That is led by a woman named Barbie Decker. So you will.
Yes, and I'm friends with her on Facebook because of Body Beast, you know. So that's so cool. We're part of her team. So that's cool.
Perfect. So you know about Barbie and what she stands for, and you know me. She married Sagi.
Yeah.
So perfect. Okay. Yes. And so basically, once you hit Emerald, that is when I will add you to that larger Empire group too on Facebook. And that's just another spot where you can get more resources and things like that and see what Barbie's up to and that. And then once you hit Diamond, she runs another group called the Diamond Mine, and you would get added to that. So it's a lot of groups. It's a whole lot of different things. Do you want me to go ahead? I know I added you to the 21-day fix challenge group. Do you want me to add you to our other challenge group as well that we have right now, which is people doing Body Beast and a whole collage of different programs, so you can sort of see how that one's going too?
Sure.
Okay, I will definitely do that after we get off this call and upload this video to send to you as a reference and all these emails. So you're going to get bombarded with some information from me, okay?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Actually, my husband has a question for you if you don't mind.
No, hi, husband.
Oh, hey, actually, this is kind of off subject. I run, podcasts. That's why I have all the
nice,
equipment and this website, Zoom, is cool. So do you pay or do you use the no charge one?
You know what? You broke up a little bit there, so I didn't hear all the question.
Oh, do you pay for an account at Zoom?
For what kind of account? Like the Zoom account?
Zoom, yeah.
There you can do Zoom for free, but your calls are limited to 30 minutes. So I pay $5 a month, and then I can have unlimited access to it. That's it.
Cool. And does it come with this recording thing?
Yes. So all you have to do is hit record, and then you can record all the conversations you have on Zoom and upload them to YouTube.
Oh cool. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. And does it record in just audio too?
Yep.
And great.
Yep.
And which a nerd, producer question. Which codex does it? Is it is the audio a wave or MP3? Do you know that or no?
MP3.
Okay, cool.
That I can't answer. I'm so technology
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, cool.
not savvy,
Thank you.
but that one I
Thank
can answer.
Oh, sure. Well, thank you, and thanks for helping my wife too. So.
Absolutely. I love how supportive you are too. I think that's great.
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Nice talking to you too.
Cool.
My husband, the nerd.
Oh,
All of his tech stuff.
you guys are so cute. How long have you been married?
About almost 5 years.
Nice. Very good. I love it. You're still kind of newlyweds.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, listen, Marcela, I won't take up too much more of your time here. Thank you for being on the call. Oh my gosh, one thing I forgot to mention. We do, as a team, every week we have a team call and we alternate which day of the week it is, either Wednesday or Thursday. So I can't remember. This week we had it Thursday. So next week it'll be on Wednesday. And they are usually at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So that would be 6 o'clock your time. But it's a Zoom call just like this where you get to see all the faces. There's a reminder every week about it. And those are recorded as well. So you can go back and look at those. But it's usually just something for training and, purposes that you can help grow your business as well that way. I can't believe I almost forgot to mention that to you.
Yeah, I normally work in the evenings, but I'll listen to the recorded,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually just about a half an hour long. And then the other important call I wanted to tell you about is the National Wake Up Call, which is Beachbody headquarters puts that one out. It's every Monday at 8 a.m. your time. And what that is there's usually a top coach on there who offers some sort of training as well. Those are recorded, and I like to go back and listen to those because I'm a note taker. So I refer back to those, and you can go back years and listen to all of those. And you can access those from your coach online office as well.
Okay.
You know how to access your online office, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. I got to make sure of that.
Yeah, I've been trying to maneuver the website and figure out what is what, but I guess I'm like, when it's like, do you want to update your profile? I'm like, I'm too overwhelmed for all that right now. So yeah, just trying to see how it works, but obviously I'm going to have to get it set up in the future.
Yes. Okay, here, I want you to write this down real quick.
Okay.
Have you peeked around on our coaches page in the files section at all?
No,
Okay.
not the file.
So on our coach page from your computer, there's a little thing that says files. When you go into that, you're going to see a whole bunch of files in there. And there's a couple really important ones I want you to look at. One of them is called important direct links. So what that one is going to do is give you a direct link to every single product, challenge pack, everything that Beachbody has to offer. And you can copy and paste that and send to people that will take you directly to that product. The very first one on there, I believe, is your free sign up. So that's how people can go and make you their coach for free. And it's called free Beachbody link sign up, something like that. All you have to do is replace the X's that are in there with your coach ID. So do you know what your coach ID is and how to find it?
I believe so.
Okay. So when you log into your coach online office, it comes up and it'll say my coach ID. Learn that number, memorize that number, and then you can just plug it into those direct links. But you're definitely going to be using those links a lot. So yeah, that's one of the most important ones. The other one, like I had said, was our schedule of events for the year. So you can see exactly when all the training is happening, when the free groups are happening, all those different things. You're going to want to know that too.
Okay.
There's one in there that you won't need for a little while yet, but there's even one on tax purposes because everything you do as a coach is tax deductible. So that will come in handy around tax time. And if your husband's a nerd, like you just said, then he loves numbers, so he might enjoy that part. Your Shakeology and everything is tax deductible, which is super cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So peek around those files. Some are better than others, but there's definitely some useful information there that will help you out too.
All right, sounds good.
Now I have talked your ear off and kept you long enough. So if you're good, I'm good. And I will start sending this stuff to you.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much for making the phone call today.
Absolutely. It was a pleasure to talk to you, Marcela.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Okay, thank you.
All right, girl. I will talk to you later. I'm going to go ahead and stop this recording and screen sharing, and we are good.
Okay.
Have a great day.
All right, you too.
Thank you. All right, now I got to figure out how to stop it. There we go.